All right, who wants to run the meeting?
I can run it if no one else wants to. I have the agenda pulled up.
Okay, cool. Yeah, go
I think I
ahead.
have the first item too. So I sent the agenda in the link, so feel free to open it and add your name to the attendees list. But in terms of topics, I think I have the first topic. The CNCF blog was actually published, so this is like a recap of the blog that was published on the kgateway blog website. But now it's on the official CNCF blog, and a shout out to Nadine, Michael, and Ariane who contributed to the blog. Michael created these great videos that are embedded as well, and they're also on our YouTube. So if anyone's interested, check it out. And then the next thing, I think there's a couple. Yeah,
before you go to that, I just realized we also published a blog yesterday about the Nginx ingress. So I'm going to put the link in there. So if anybody using Nginx ingress, definitely recommend to check it out. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, if you have the link, we can link it there. I think that's also published on the kgateway website. Yeah. Cool. Do you want to give a quick recap of the blog, actually?
Yeah, for sure. So basically, last week at KubeCon, we find out this is like the biggest announcement of Ingress Nginx retirement. Because the project wasn't like well funded by a vendor, so the community decided they can't keep up with the security patches, so they decided they will not continue maintain Ingress Nginx for I think they declared the retirement, and they will continue to maintain it until March next year, which means all the user Ingress Nginx needs to move definitely around that time, if not sooner. So the community recommend everybody to look into Gateway API, which is the future of the networking API in Kubernetes. So in this blog, we kind of will try to help the audience understand why Gateway API, what are the things we love about Gateway API, and check out some of the implementations out there, particularly the implementation that's based on Envoy proxy, which there's a bunch in the community. And we also call out some of the performance and scale tests we ran in the past, which we recommend everybody to run, because data could be biased until you try to run it and see it yourself. So we love to engage with folks who have run our scripts and engage with us. And the other thing we want people to think about is your organization going to adopt inference or agentic AI? And then we point out to the Tech Radar report, which also published by CNCF last week at KubeCon. So you can see like kgateway is actually very trending for inference gateway. And also Agent Gateway and kgateway, along with K-Agent, is trending on agentic AI radar, which I was shocking because the Agent Gateway is actually more trending than A2A protocol. It's right below MCP. So that's super exciting for the K-Gateway project, because Agent Gateway is one of the data plane, and it's the only data plane we want to position for AI. So we want you all to have these into consideration as you pick up the right gateway for you to replace your Nginx ingress. Obviously, we could be biased, so we definitely recommend you check out kgateway, but these information should hopefully help you decide.
Yeah, thanks, Lynn. Any questions about the blog or like? All right, and then we can move on to the next item. So, accept all these. So I think there's a couple new features that have gone in, especially on the Agent Gateway side. So I think it's a good opportunity to call them out. I don't know if the contributors are actually on the call, but I've linked the PRs in case anyone's interested in checking out the features. But the latest 2.2 main will have all of these actually merged in. So the first one, yeah, I don't know if Dmitri's on the call, but JOT, API keyauth, and basic auth has gone in for Agent Gateway. So that's a big new feature, allows a lot of cool use cases with authentication. I think we still have to update our blogs to reflect this, but if anyone's using like the config map approach, now they can use the native policies in Agent Gateway policy, which is much cleaner to use and doesn't require that restart. So, and then the next feature, I don't know if Jenny's on, but Azure OpenAI support also merged for Agent Gateway. So that's also pretty exciting. And then the OpenAI response APIs, this is from Apex Inc., community contributor. He added a bunch of stuff, including the Bedrock prompt caching, which is a pretty nifty feature if anyone's interested in trying it out.
Is JOT, is that just authn or is it auth too?
Authn, but you can use it with our cell, like RBAC policies. So you can reference the JOT in the cell and write RBAC policies based on that.
Perfect. Thanks.
There's actually, I think, an example in the PR using RBAC with the JOT policy. All right, and then if I missed any features, I think like feel free to add them. These are mostly on my radar because of Agent Gateway. And then related to Agent Gateway, there's also an upcoming change that's relatively big. We're moving similar to Agent Gateway policy, which is separate from traffic policy. There's a PR in progress to introduce Agent Gateway backend, which has all of the Agent Gateway specific logic for backends. So if anyone's working on Agent Gateway related things, I would highly encourage you to check out John's PR on adding this new policy type. And then I think the next issue is Lawrence. How's do you want to give an overview of this?
Yeah, so this is still being fleshed out, but this epic we're going to use to track the handful of issues that have been raised by various people in the community of features that are missing, whether it's related to Envoy Gateway, whether it's related to Nginx Ingress. So we've known about these for a while, but now that we're getting direct feedback, it's making it a lot easier to prioritize and kind of explicitly work on these things that folks are asking for. So there's a handful there right now. I'm still going through another couple, I think, that we know are desired and that we will have some bandwidth to take on. And the goal is that once these are done, especially if it correlates with like some of the Agent Gateway work, we can add we'll be able to cut a minor release soonish. So I think that if things go well, right, with the 2.2 or the upcoming 2.2 upstream release of kgateway, we'll be able to have a pretty good amount of these features in. So as people are interested, we can direct them to this epic, as well as just opening issues in GitHub. We've also got a lot of good feedback on the GitHub discussions, as well as in the Slack channel in the CNCF Slack. So yeah, if there are folks that have other thoughts here, it'd be great to hear from you. But yeah, so this is being fleshed out now.
Yeah, there's some comment in the chat. I think Yuval had mentioned about gzip, and Matisse, I'd love you to weigh in too.
Hi, no, it wasn't me asking about the gzip support. I just was watching that discussion because I'm also evaluating kgateway and I'm interested in various authentication methods. I'm here. I'm still learning here and watching the space basically. So that's how I know about that discussion. So I shared it.
No,
Yeah.
that's great. I'm glad you shared that. So can you actually look at the gap here that Lawrence is presenting? Would that fits what you are looking for. I think it captures the discussion, but we didn't want
Yes.
something.
Yes, I actually was. I think I was the first one who thumbed up it because basically I come from the Kong environment, and I'm looking into migrating away from Kong to open implementation, and that's my goal. I maintain several clusters based on Kong, and I need to migrate to Gateway API, and the kgateway is the strongest candidate that I found. And if I stay here, if I stay with Gateway, so if I'm successful with kgateway, then I probably will try to look into helping out, maybe contributing something. So that's my background, basically.
That's
That's why
awesome.
I'm here. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. By the way, welcome to the meeting. I think this is not your first time joining, but we appreciate you joining. Can I ask you a quick question? Which stage are you? Are you still, I assume, maybe dev testing kgateway? Is that a fair representative of the stage you are in with your migration?
So I deployed kgateway to one of the clusters, and I configured some of my services. Nothing very sophisticated, just the basics. And I think I stopped when I discovered that there is something. Well, the kgateway is not setting the X forward headers, those non-standard headers, which Kong does support. And I started thinking, how can I discuss it? What should I kind of issue a feature request, or maybe I could help with this? And then I had to switch context to something else, and so not much happened about that. But I will probably discuss something about this proxy headers support at some point soon.
Does anyone want to weigh in on the X forward headers here? Or we can certainly take it offline too if the topic's small.
Yeah, I think it would be good to see the specifics, but Slack is good. I think we've talked in Slack. The GitHub discussion is good. Also, just opening an issue. If you are able to contribute in the future, that would be excellent. But yeah, we'll keep an eye out for all of those places to have the specifics of that exported headers. And actually, that's been coming up with some other things, I think. So maybe there is an issue for it already, but yeah, if you just want to give us some context when you get a chance, that would be great.
Yeah, sure, I will.
Yeah, we really appreciate that. Can I ask you one more thing? I think what you said was really, really interesting early on. You said you look at a bunch of gateway implementation and kgateway is the strongest. So we have pretty much all the kgateway maintainers here. I think everybody probably very interested in hear your perspective of how you made that decision. I think, it would be really interesting if you can describe that briefly for us.
Briefly, well,
as long as you want. I think that would be a great user story
Yeah.
for us to write.
I mean-
You successfully finished the migration, by the way, but I don't want to
Yes,
put you on the spot.
don't worry. Let me put it this way. I've been involved in open source for, I think, 20 years. So I appreciate how the open source work. But I come from different background. So Kubernetes and Go language I'm new to this. And I started using Kong, and I realized that there is the Kong maintainers don't listen. I tried to submit some ideas, discuss some ideas, and nobody came back to me. when I joined kgateway on Slack and I started asking questions, I realized that, well, this community is actually listening to users and at least reacting, yeah, and that will be the story. So I decided to stick with it, with kgateway and with this community, and because it has a huge potential, right? If the features are missing, but there is a chance those features will be implemented. That's how I see it. The only competitor I would say would be the Envoy gateway itself, because it seems to be a bit more feature complete. Yeah, that will be it. I could discuss it longer for longer, but I think we don't have time here to do that. So
Yeah, I think I'd be interested in your take with Envoy Gateway. Maybe I can schedule something privately with you if you don't mind, because I hate to put you on the spot too. So
sure, yeah, we can have a separate discussion on that. No problem at all. Yeah. I'm available.
okay, cool. And
will,
as you see in the comment, I think people will definitely appreciate your brief feedback. So we really appreciate that. Okay, thanks. By the way, Yuval, you mentioned about the gzip. Do you want to quickly talk about that?
I mean, that's basically it. It's like one line in the discussions. Envoy has a whole compressor filter subsystem, and people use it to reduce cost on egress. And so it overall makes sense. So there's no new data plane code needed for Envoy.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if we have an existing issue for it. If not, I'll just create one and throw it in that epic. And it like you've all saying, it's a pretty straightforward thing.
I actually don't think Envoy AI, the Envoy AI gateway, I'm assuming is what you're talking about. I don't actually think it's more feature packed. The only thing it has is like the native OIDC OAuth extension, but that's because they had it for a long time. Other than that, I actually think they're behind. But
I think, Jack, if I understood correctly, Matisse, I think you were referring to Envoy Gateway compared with kgateway without the AI feature. I definitely agree with you, Jack. We are more ahead with kgateway on the AI feature because Agent Gateway is moving so fast. Matisse, maybe you can clarify that for us.
yes, I think you are correct. I'm not that interested in AI features yet. I'm a newbie here, and I'm interested in just the gateway. As I said, replacement for Conch ingress or NGNX ingress. Yeah, but who knows? I may need AI gateway in the future.
gotcha. My bad. I'll chime in though on what kgateway does better, I think, and why it has some initial appeal for people. I think it's mainly because it's solo IO backed, honestly. Like a lot of people in the community are users of Istio, and it's natural, I think, for people to like just look at projects created or maintained by the same people. So that's just my 2 cents.
Well, that's a very interesting point. Interestingly enough, I think the Christian Post and I run an MCP workshop today, and we talked about Agent Gateway. And one of the attendees in the audience actually said, "Look, the Agent Gateway configuration looks so much like Istio configuration. That familiarity. People feel comfortable. People love about Istio. They automatically would love any other project maintained by the similar set of maintainers."
Yep.
Yeah, appreciate that feedback. Matisse, thank you for the email. I'll definitely follow up with you because right now there's a lot of user in pain on Nginx ingress. I don't consider Kong is the same as Nginx Ingress, but my understanding is Kong is also based on Nginx. So your migration story could inspire a lot of people as well. So we'd love to work with you more closely on that. And like you said, we're always open to add new features, close out the gap. So yeah.
That's great. Is there anything else we want to talk about? I think we've gone through all the topics.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions for the maintainers here?
Lawrence, you mentioned cutting a new minor version. When are you thinking? Like next month before holidays?
Yeah, I think there are other folks that have an opinion on this, so this is not, you know, a scientific answer at all. But I think, yeah, I think, you know, before kind of the end of year holidays is probably realistic. And like I said, Nina, maybe you have a thought on this. Like, I know there's also some, you know, some of the work that is even above in that list, like the Agent Gateway API changes are also going to be needed for that release. So, you know, if it's feasible on both sides, Agent Gateway and the parity work, you know, if we cut something, you know, kind of mid next month before the end of the year, you know, that would be a pretty solid minor release that gets a lot of people happy, I think.
Yeah, I think on the Agent Gateway side, we're hoping to get the backend in this week, actually. And then once all the API changes are in, kind of beta. Yeah, there are a lot of nice Agent Gateway features that have already landed, like from this list. And we're also looking at landing tracing. Our LFX mentor dev is working on that. And then our the MCP auth feature as well. So there's a couple, you know, other features in the pipeline that should go in, and will make this a pretty exciting Agent Gateway release.
Is there anything else on the like deprecated slated to be removed features at this point for like Envoy based GIE and Agent Gateway? I think we ripped out everything, right?
I think on the GIE, Daniel would have a better answer, so we might want to touch base with him on Slack. But I think most of the AI extensions, like the old XProc AI gateway approach, has been ripped out already. So it was deprecated in 2.1, and then now we've removed it. So anyone using the AI feature should move to Agent Gateway, which has more than the original AI gateway feature set, and is much faster. So.
I do think it would be good to audit that. You know, I think we have a list somewhere of the things that we marked as deprecated in the last minor that would be slated for release. I do agree with Nina that I think most of it's out, and I think you were also saying the same, Tim. But it would be good to have some sort of sanity check on that, so that we don't miss the opportunity to do it and live with the deprecated stuff for another minor release.
Well, it's that and a fire drill last second, like we like to do with some of these releases. But sounds good. I think we're in a good spot. I just want to make sure this is something we should do before cutting minor version. Cool. That's all I needed.
All right, I'll stop sharing. Okay, thanks everyone.
Yeah,
See you.
thanks everybody.
Later, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.